Yo, what's up? This is John coming at you a little. Sanders here with Limitless Hoops. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, The question. Wait. I gotta know if I'm live or not. I gotta know if you guys can hear me. So mic check. Let me check the mic. Mic check. I believe we're good today. I wasn't good yesterday, and I talked for like 10 minutes before someone was like, "We can't hear you." I know that like not hearing me it makes for a better show, because it is what it is. I'm all eye candy. What comes out my mouth doesn't really matter. I get it. But let me know if you can't hear me. I would just talk. But the first thing that I was thinking about is the never-ending question of how hard should we push you? All right, and I don't mean literally push you. I mean figuratively push you. How hard should we push you? And there's two trains of thoughts. All right. We should push you as much as you can mentally handle, or we should push you as much as you need. But those two things don't really go together. Usually they don't go together. If it's like perfect, where all that you need you're able to handle, and all that you're able to handle is all that you need, that's fantastic. But oftentimes it gets kind of mixed up. All right, and how it gets mixed up is this. All right. The one that we've like maybe heard of in the past that doesn't really apply to you. Maybe it's the one where there's a player out there who is capable of being pushed a lot, and then people don't push him enough. All right, and no one talks about that too much. Where it's like you didn't push a player enough, because people kind of put that on the player. They're like, that was his fault, that was her fault. I would say I was in that camp though, where you could have pushed me harder, and I just didn't, and I wasn't pushed harder. All right, that's not like the end of the world, but I do wonder what would have happened if I was pushed harder. Maybe I would have been pushed to my limits. Maybe I would have quit. Maybe I would have become an NBA player. I don't know. All right, but the one that we do hear a lot is the player that needs to be pushed so hard to like make it, but can't handle being pushed that hard. Okay? And in that one, and in that respect, it's like, it's very, very damaging to that kid, to that person, when people try to push them too hard. And it's like, and we always hear like the warning signs like, hey, you don't want to be like this guy. You don't want to be like this dad. You don't want to be like, you don't want to push a kid past their point. You don't want them to burn out. There's been like debates and conversations about that forever. Okay? So, but I think that both of them should be understood. All right? And I think that it should be understood most by the person it's affecting, which is the player. The parents, they know a lot. The coaches, they know a lot, but no one knows more than the kid or the player, no matter what age. All right, so you need to figure out what you're able to handle, but you need to be told, I suppose, or maybe you need to figure out how much that you need to be pushed to make it to your goals. And if those two things don't match up in either direction, you need to figure some other stuff out. You need to be like, hey, listen, I know that I need to be pushed this hard, but I literally can't handle it. And you need to like speak up, say it, and be like, can you slowly get up to that level? And even if it's too late by then, this is what I'm able to handle. That would be a very, very mature thing to do. Or if it was like me growing up, I need to look at someone and say, hey, look, I don't feel like I'm being pushed as hard as I can go. Tell me what pace I'm on. And if it's just, college or overseas, that's not good enough for me. I want to be pushed harder. All right. And even if I was like an NBA player, I think I would be like, no, I'm still not being pushed to my max. Now, I don't need to be pushed over my max, just like no one needs to be pushed over their max, but I need to be pushed to my max. And I think the end result doesn't really matter, because I just said, what is the level that I need to be pushed to make it to some other level or whatever. I don't think that really matters. I think that what matters is, are you being pushed to your max, or at least right below it? So if you feel like you have something left inside you, that's a problem. All right, no matter what level that you're trying to go to, even if you're like, well, I just want to make the JV team. No, all right, you need to reach your highest level. You need to be pushed to your extent, and I think that you need to push yourself to that extent rather than simply rely on other people. So hopefully you have people in your life that are pushing you. Hopefully you can push yourself to a certain extent. Hopefully those two things will match up one day, and hopefully it all ends up to the way that you want it to be. All right, that's my hope. That's my goal. We're here on Wednesday, and we have some workouts tonight. So make sure that you guys show up to the workouts. We have no games this weekend, but you should still be showing up to the workouts because you have goals, you have goals, you have goals. So let's reach those goals. Speaking of goals, let's check our quote of the day. Obsess about perfecting details. All right. Now, I had a chance to go to Carmody Middle School yesterday, and I knew it was far away. It took me like 40 minutes to get there. With traffic. It's right by what school is that? By Alameda International School, Alameda High School. All right. So we've been there before for games, at least to Alameda. But we went to this area, and but during the weekdays, it does take a long time to get down there. I'm thinking about using that gym for our Denver location, because it's like in a perfect like little square where I want it to be. All right, but we tested it out, and only 2 kids showed up, so it's kind of like a private session, kind of, right? So what I did is I kind of went at those kids' pace. All right, and we got through mostly everything, but we really focused on 2 drills mainly 2 drills. One was the between the legs, behind the back series, and the other one was the legend series. And we spent like 40 minutes on the between the legs series, just piece by piece. We slowed it down to where Mello and Jay Masai could handle it, and we just repetitively went through each and every single step. We broke it down into as many pieces as we could, so that they at least understood how to put it all together. And then we put it all together. Spent a lot of time on it, and that's what this is. It's about perfecting details, all right? And it's about obsessing over perfecting details. And those are the best players. And I told them that it's really funny because for a large part of the practice or the workout, we didn't even shoot a shot. We just like worked on like the dribble between the leg behind the back, and we worked on like turning the ball over, and like not turning the ball over like that, but like like when you when you step through with like a crossover, all right? And I was like, this seems to me, even though it's not true, it seems to me like this would be the perfect sort of drill for a lazy player. But yet lazy players don't do this. Only the best do this. We sat there and we worked and we worked and we worked on just like one thing at a time. And I call it lazy or great for lazy players because we didn't move. We weren't even sweating. It was just like doing one thing over and over and over and over again. It's everything that a great player does. I promise you. All right. And like I've sat there for hours doing this stuff, but it seems like the lazy player wouldn't like to shoot the shots and run and go get the ball and then like hurt and then like, go find a basketball court. This was like done just in one spot. All they needed was a ball. So I feel like the lazy players should be the ones perfecting details, right? The ones who don't want to get outside and like challenge other people and like challenge themselves and like in terms of like, physical like prowess and things like that. This is just standing in one spot, not even sweating. Yet the lazy players don't even want to do this. It's so strange. But yes, we were obsessing about perfecting the smallest details. And I was looking at their fingertips and the way that their toes were pointed. You should think about that stuff all the time, even if it gives you a little bit of anxiety. All right, think about perfecting those small details because they add up. They add up big time. All right, and it's players like Steph Curry. When I heard a story when he went to like the draft camp, they say he was shooting a jump shot, but he was like working on his feet, on his footwork. And he was like just stepping, and kept doing this like one step over and over and over again. And they could tell he kind of didn't even care if the shot went in, which I think most of them went in. But he's just like, he really cared about just the smallest details. And while he was like the same as other draft picks, that's what differentiated him. That's when they were like, dude, this guy might be special. He's sitting there working on like something really, really small that doesn't seem to matter, but it matters to him. All right, so make sure that you guys are doing that. The quote of the day is obsess about perfecting details. All right, next thing we got, we're going to check each city. Just check in. Again, this will be way more exciting once we have these teams up. All right, I showed you yesterday about all the different, what are they called? All the different artificial intelligence made, what are they called? Oh my God, like images. All the artificial intelligence created images that we made, and each of these teams will have their own thing. What's up, Teo Trujillo? So each of these teams will have their own, and Aurora is no different. So we have the Sharks, the Gators, the Vikings, the Hornets, right? All these teams, and during this segment, we're going to talk about each location because we want to bring it all back in. So on Wednesdays, we're going to go over each location. For right now, I'm just going to tell you how the recruiting's been going. We did have another Centennial kid signed up for tryouts, but we're going to start our big advertising campaigns starting on June 1st. And I'm going to use these images that I'm about to show you. I showed you yesterday, but you couldn't hear me. So I'm going to show you again today. All right, here are the images created by ChatGPT because I'm fancy like that. All right, the first one is this one right here. All right, this is the what is it? Chrome. All right, this is I see it. All right, this is the Hornets team. All right, said that this is my scariest one because I would be scared to death. I would never touch that basketball right there. Then we got the Sharks. I'm going to use these in conjunction with our advertising. Then we have the Gators, the Bucks, the Jokers, the Vikings is one of the teams, the Lions, the Wolves is a fan favorite. All right, which one is your favorite of all of these? And then we have the Raptors. I don't know if this means that the Raptors have died or whatever, but yeah, the Raptors, right in the middle of a basketball court. I love that one. The Eagles with their nesting. Then we got the Viking. No, not the Vikings. I'm stupid. This is the Warriors. This one is the Stars. This is ours right here in Broomfield. This is the Pirates. This is the Tigers one. This is the Dragons, which is also another fan favorite. All right. Other ones, options for this one would have been him like breathing fire or something like that, but yes. And then we got the Bulls. I believe that's the last one. So we're going to hype up each of these teams, put them into segments, talk about each of them. So whether it be Aurora or Broomfield like this, or we have Centennial like this, with all these things, we're going to be letting you know what they're doing at each location, including Denver. All right. So heads up for that stuff. We're not quite there yet, but step by step. Let's check out the workouts. The workouts that you should be doing. All right. The homework. All right, who's doing the homework? We're going to find out in a second, but you're supposed to be doing hold your follow through or push-ups. Either today or tomorrow, hold your follow through or push-ups. Find a gym, go outside, get a gym, whatever. It's about to be spring and summertime, so you guys can now shoot outside. I know in Colorado we're kind of ditched where we can't do everything that we want to do because of the snow, but hasn't snowed that much lately, and it's now sunny outside. So let's take care of business. Then we have 1 minute shots coming up, 8 to 14 on run. For the hold your follow through or the push-ups, you just need to make sure that your shot, you know how I just said perfecting the details is everything. You want to make sure that your shot is as perfect as can be so that it's just second nature. Don't just settle for making shots. Oh, I made it. No, you want to perfect your shot. Every single limb should be doing the exact thing that you want it to be doing. So watch your feet spacing, tail. Watch your arms. Watch your follow through and everything else. For 1 minute shots, 8 or 14 on run. It's funny how this one is like right away, right after hold your follow through. You kind of have to go quickly for this one. You can still shoot a full shot. Make sure you're not just flicking the ball up. You want to shoot a full shot, and you don't have to hold it for the entirety of the shot, but you want to hold it. You want to definitely make sure that you're not short arming the shot. Then 8 or 14 on run. It's a great workout. In a minute, try to shoot 14 shots following the elbow. It should be a good endurance workout as well. All right, then the next one is diagonal pro hop. All right. Make sure again your feet are spread, that you're hitting the right spots, that you're going as fast as you possibly can, not over dribbling, not under dribbling. All right. And you should be able to do this on a real fast break, so you shouldn't have to slow down. All right. When you're going one way, hit the pro hop. Bounce it to the other side, protect the ball, go right up through their face with both arms up. All right, being able to figure this part out. Then we have direct Euro steps. That's going around a defender taking a charge. Then pick and roll, drive to shot. That's just coming off the pick and roll. You can use a chair R buddy and shooting your jump shot because help side was there. And then the last one is hurdle reverse layups. This you should be working on your reverse layups. You can, whether it be a regular reverse or an air reverse. I remember doing this all the time when I was like in 6th grade, 5th grade even. And but using the hurdle though, it enables you to hold the ball during the entirety of your two-step process, which allows you to pass the ball and everything else. So work on those things. Make sure that you guys post that stuff. And here's what we're doing today. All right. Besides the Reddick chase drill, where we're going to hand off the ball, sprint off of it, and shooting jumpers that way, we have these 5 other drills. All right, let's go ahead and watch them. First one is fake behind the back. Let's see what that's about. All right, so when they're doing this, they're going way too slow. All right, I want you to be able to go full speed. All right, you do have to dribble the ball, go behind your back, and put it back in front with those steps. But imagine if you place the ball down and you sprint it in. Those are the steps I want you to take. All right, and since you're sprinting in, those 3 steps that you're going to do with those 3 moves, whether it be dribble, fake, and then what can I call that? Dribble, fake, and then slap the ball. There you go, slap. All right, dribble, fake, and slap. Those have to match your footwork. So that means that you have to do that part quicker. So this, and in your own time, you can possibly just dribble, go behind your back, and slap it as many times as you can, so you can work on that part of it. Okay. So as you go through this, watch to see how slow they're going. They're not going full speed at all. One dribble, 2, and then back together. You don't want to be shooting the ball straight up. You want to shoot the ball outwards. Also make sure that your eyes match as well. So as you make it, your eyes go in. Okay, and if everything is sunk up correctly or synced up, all right, your eyes should be going with the ball and then back together, so that that's how you can create the illusion that you're actually going to be passing the ball behind your back. All right, next one. 3 decision drill. Make efficient passes, shoot out a little bit faster. That's if they don't go anywhere. This is if they bend your legs to your, they go right there for a back door and shoot them down fast. You have to be faster. We need to add also a sense of urgency to these drills. So when you're up top, make sure that your legs are bent. Make sure that when you make that little crossover step, that you take it quickly, so that you can practice the speed of a game. All right. You don't get a chance to just go really slow in games, and it's when you're sped up in games that you be making mistakes, anyways, right? So you want to try to recreate those mistake moments so that you can get through it. So push yourself in this drill, whether it be right hand or left hand, but you want to be low and quick. And then if you make a mistake, it's okay. All right, you want to make all the mistakes that you can right now. So let's do that drill a little bit more fast, a little bit more game-like. And how about the ankle breaker crossover? Okay, watch the steps, understand this drill, but let's do it smoothly so that it really looks like we're going with it. So match your eyes with the ball, with your legs, everything matches. But watch it. Now, hold the ball right here, tap, step your toe to the line and drop the ball. Now, roll the ball and you're gonna step your heel to the line outside, like that. Rewind again, A little faster this time. Here you go. 1, 2, 3. Have your hand waiting for the ball in the air the entire time. It's gonna be here. Watch me first. 1, 2. My hands out and the ball lowers. And then 3, I'm also leaning this way. 3, I cross. I got wider each time and I roll the ball. Make my body go. Lower the ball. Lower the ball. Ball starts high.
It's hilarious.
1, 2, 3. Try it again. Now, dribble side to side. 1, 2, 3. What I said to do it. Let's go. Wait. Ball. Watch. Running side to side. Okay, hold the ball. Hold the ball. Hold the ball. Side to side. 1, 2, 3. And it's your heel. Sorry, both your feet are back. A step. 2 and 3. Go fast. 1, 2, 3. And then go ahead.
So that one's all about pacing. All right, it's about the speed at which you do it. You want to go slow, 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 then go fast, fast. All right, it's all about pacing. All about pacing. All right, last two are the penetrate and fill drill. Low, catch. I believe Declan had a chance to do something in the game, but he got lost. So that was the baseline pass. It should be to your side. When doing that drill, make sure that you rip the ball as low as you possibly can. All right, that you rip the ball low and that you sprint forward. You want to make it as game-like as possible. Last one. Make sure that you keep your head forward. Make sure that you lean from side to side with your knees as well for this drill, for the crossovers. All right, and let's check the homework to see who's been doing the homework. All right, the fake behind the back done by Lincoln. Nice job, Joey and Noah, doing the dribbling dojo. Okay. Oh, I haven't seen Noah and Joey post in a long time. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Seems to be the only ones for the day. Great job, you guys. Let's keep it up, keep it up, keep going, please. And let's check the trivia question today. See what that's about too. All right, 3 players have won 5 or more Eurostar Player of the Year awards. Sabonis, Arvydas Sabonis, not that Sabonis, or his daddy. Arvydas Sabonis, Dirk Nowitzki, and who else? Who else? Arvydas Sabonis, Dirk Nowitzki, and one other player have won the Eurostar Player of the Year 5 or more times. Who's this player? If you know this answer off the bat, you're probably a European. But there's been some great Europeans. This guy was known as like the greatest European ever outside of the NBA. Arvydas Sabonis, he's from Lithuania. I used to play against his club team with my guy, Shooter's Barcelona. Dirk Nowitzki, and the most recent winner, or one of the most recent winners, was what's his name? Luka Doncic. He won the Eurostar Player of the Year in 2019. Right? But who else has won it 5 or more times? These are dominant players. One of the reasons why the recent players haven't won it is because they leave to go to the NBA. I gotta tell you that. These guys, though, they were stuck there because that was the only basketball that they knew, so they just dominated. They never made it to the NBA. And like Arvydas Sabonis eventually did, and Dirk Nowitzki obviously did. But yeah, that was a hurdle, even getting over here. But who is this other player that won it 5 or more times? Let me know in the comment section. Whoever answers the question gets it right. We got Teo Trujillo in the lead with 3, Kieran with 2, Romello with 2, and Yusuf with 1. All right, moving on to our story of the day. Let's watch that. Watch it. Dirk Nowitzki has a workout routine that's impossible to emulate. The fun part is that many incoming rookies attempt to join him when they first join the team. But after a month or two, Dirk is alone once again. You can only pretend to be great for so long. The great ones just do it naturally.
That is wild that was about Dirk Nowitzki when the trivia question was. I didn't even think of that. I swear to God I didn't. But yeah, rookies try to keep up to Dirk Nowitzki and they just can't. They try to. They're like, I'm in the NBA. I'm going to work out so hard. Then they get there and they literally can't keep up to him. And I think that's why I try to push you guys early on. Because working out isn't just what your heart wants. It's not. All right? It's what your body's capable of doing. And we talked about in the beginning, how hard should I push you? How hard should I push you? Is it as hard as you need to be pushed or as hard as you're able to be pushed? The able to be pushed, it doesn't just happen like that. You have to like work your way up and your ability to be pushed and how long that your body and mind can even last. Okay? So Dirk Nowitzki, and I heard the same story about Adrian Peterson, a football player. All these people get so excited to become like them, but they can't be them overnight. So while you're young, you can't just wait to make the NBA and say, when I make it, I'm going to start working hard. That was my biggest pitfall. I really thought that when I got older, I was going to step it up. And I just didn't. And I don't think that it was my heart. I think it was like my body could not handle working that hard. So I would have had to do it since I was younger, like Dirk Nowitzki, like Kobe Bryant, like Steph Curry. They were working out for hours upon the day when they were young, when they were pushing themselves to their max when they were young. It didn't just happen overnight. So if you're the type who wants to keep up with the Dirk Nowitzki or something like that, or Michael Jordan, once you make the NBA, because you're obviously going to make the NBA, you got to start now. And my friend Matthew Dellavedova made it to the NBA, and he was known as the hardest worker on the Cavs with LeBron James. Well, he said when he got to the Milwaukee Bucks, he couldn't keep up to Giannis. And he said he and Thon Maker were just ahead of him. He goes, he tried to keep up, but his body couldn't handle it. And this is from a guy who worked out a lot growing up. But maybe he had another notch in him. I don't know. All right. Anyways, that is the answer. Tony Kudos. Tony Kudos. Tony Kudos to Tony. Kukoc. Yes. With the accent mark above the C. That is indeed the answer. Tony Kukoc was known as the greatest player outside of the NBA, which was like a huge thing because we just didn't know other players. And then when he played against the Dream Team, I think some of Michael Jordan and all of them, they heard that he was coming to the Bulls, and they kicked his butt. All right, but he was already like a legend before he even like came to the NBA because partially because of his 5 different Eurostar Player of the Years, where people like Arvydas Sabonis, Dražen Petrovic won it. Tony Kukoc won it multiple years in 1990, 91, 94, 96, and 98. Right? And between them was Dražen Petrovic and Arvydas Sabonis. So he was competing with those guys. All right, and those guys are both like legends, so that makes him a legend. And Dirk Nowitzki won it how many straight years? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight years before he went. Wait, did he go to the Dallas Mavericks? While he was playing for the Dallas Mavericks, he won all those too. Then Tony Parker won it. Pau Gasol won it. So this isn't just some small award. This is something that is like big time in Europe. We may not understand it on our end, but to them it's like the biggest thing in the world. All right. And again, the most recent ones were Giannis, Goran Dragic, and Luka Doncic. I don't know if it's updated since or if they just stopped doing it, or they call it like the European Player of the Year now. I'm not really sure what they do. But yeah, I'll see you guys tonight for the workout. Don't forget that the quote of the day is obsess about perfecting details. So start thinking about those details. All right, work on your footwork, work on your hand placement, work on everything. And this is going to be a great workout to work on those things, but also do it on your own as well. All right, I'll see y'all later. Take care. Good luck. And please keep working out there. Please, please
Please. See y'all.